going on, everybody? It's ShadowSlayer347, and I make gameplay videos, commentaries, let's plays, and rail talks. Oh god, those are coming up. Look forward to them. I'm just saying. Alright, well, you guys ever have something, and maybe it's because I'm a little rusty, right, with this whole entire thing. Not gonna lie, I deleted Call of Duty for a little bit, and it um I don't know. It took a while for me to get back. Right? I didn't feel like playing all of that stuff, but that's happened before, and I'm done with the whole thing. Right? So this is my first game back. Literally, I downloaded it, pressed play, and then it got me into Arsenal Sandstorm, which was dumb. I hate that map so much. It that Out of all the things you could give us, you know, balanced weapons, um, better DLC maps, uh, weapons, all this other stuff. You decided to give us the same map that you launched with, one of them at least, and then I don't know what happened here. And but same map from launch, one of them, and you just add sand to it. I mean, come on, people. And not gonna lie, I am not a big Treyarch supporter. Right? There's only been one game of theirs that I've really liked, and that's my favorite game because it's my first real Call of Duty, and it's World at War. My first Call of Duty on console. First Call of Duty was COD 4. But anyway, so that was the last time. Other than that, I don't really like their maps at all, or their games. The only thing I've ever liked about them was zombies. Black Ops series, I have not cared for at all. It's just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the feel of the game, but I don't know. So I didn't try and go into the game, being like, oh, I'm gonna be hating on it, but it's kind of hard not to, especially when you pander to one side of the equation, right? And honestly, it's one of the reasons I think that some people could say that COD is dying, right? Now, it could and could not be. I think that it's always going to be a big player. I mean, look at Halo. Halo will forever be known as a shooter, as the shooter, right? You come out, Halo, Combat Evolved, 1, 2, 3, Reach. I like the 343 series. I don't mind it. And but I mean, Halo 2, Halo 3, I mean those were top-notch games, and they always will be. And Halo will forever be able to launch games, or whoever owns Halo will be able to launch games because of it. So I think that for the most part that Call of Duty is kind of in that same category of game, right? I mean, you still can have a Fortnite, Apex Legends, and there will always be a Call of Duty out there. And it might be a new series or whatever, but Call of Duty is gonna be there, just the way it is. So beyond that point, this first game was all right. it was all right, and I won't say too much about it because I was really rusty coming back, as you guys can see. Whoever sees this, but it was pretty good. Besides the map and my overall rustiness, it was a good way to get my feet wet and back into the game. And right here, boom! I have no idea what happened. I thought I got him, but nope. And the funny part about this, right? So I made this game play. It was supposed to be a live commentary. Right, first game back, might as well live comment, right? Well, I get it done, and um, I upload it. I have a version of this uploaded. It's private, of course, but there's a part of it that's uploaded. And the whole audio is messed up. It is a head. I think it's a head. I'm pretty sure it's a head. And I tried to get the audio back into place, but I only have iMovie, so I can't do much with it. And you can't do much with the Elgato stuff, so I wasn't even gonna try with that. But yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna have to re-upload this. And I didn't really say much though, to be honest. It was pretty much me trying to concentrate, and I tip my hat off to anybody who can do a live com and still talk at the same time about something besides, the gameplay, or even when they talk about the gameplay, it's a constant conversation. I can't do that. At least not yet. And so it was about at this point, I think I was talking about the probability of me playing Spectre. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel about him yet. For the most part, I don't agree. So, small little takeaway. My nephew came in and completely messed everything up. Anyway, I don't really like his whole getup. I mean, it is the sword and then a smoke grenade. Like, really? That's all you're gonna give me? I feel like there should be like something I can shoot at somebody, like a tomahawk or something, or like an arrow. But I mean, come on. And you can't say that it'd be too overpowered because you have that guy that shoots out freaking mines and that can kill people. I mean, come on now. You can't give Spectre something like that instead of a dumb um, smoke grenade. And then when he does get or when at least I get the sword, I could just be new to him. He's doing these fancy moves. I'm like, bro, just slice him. Slice him fast. And they don't even give you um, any more like health or anything like that. I think you're a little bit faster, but I mean, you take 10 seconds to swing the sword, and by the time that you kill the guy and finish swinging, um, everybody else can see. So, needless to say, I still need a little bit more time to work with that new specialist. And and I wanted to get him this game, but no, I came in actually on the same lobby, sorry, that I tried to leave, and yeah, but I did better this time around, and I don't know how that guy got me, but it doesn't really matter, right? So, moving on to part 2 of this thing, because I didn't want to end this whole thing on a bad note, right? So, thought I'd, hold on just a little bit longer, see if I could get a better gameplay, which is the main reason why I tried to leave this lobby. But, matchmaking decided to put me back in the same lobby. What can you do, right? So, anyway, back to the second part. And I guess there's two big Call of Duty things I could talk about. One is Treyarch taking over for another year, Call of Duty. And, it's pretty funny how I had this whole rant a few minutes ago about how I don't like Treyarch games, and they're taking over again. And I don't know if it's because they don't let a game just like sit, like how do you put it, like it doesn't really let it, they don't really let it really go long enough so people get used to it. Usually, especially nowadays, it's one Call of Duty a year, so you have a few months to play the Call of Duty before you have to start thinking about, okay, how the things are going to change, how is this new developer gonna change up the system, or how the new software or developing gear that they have is gonna change the game. And because there's always changes with games, not every Black Ops game it's the same, not every Modern Warfare game has ever been the same. So you can't really get used to something like that, and maybe that's one of the reasons why Call of Duty has been phasing out recently. But other than that, yeah, it should be interesting. I don't want to say that I'm not looking forward to it. I'll just say that I'm not jazzed about it like I used to be with Call of Duty. But I will definitely give it a chance. And I've given every other game a chance. Might as well keep doing that, right? And then one other big news, which, to be honest, it's kind of funny. I have a weird relationship with some games, or gaming organizations that I follow. Right? I I'm a fan of Optic Gaming, right? And a few others, and it's just and then, but if they have like people on their team that I think are a little cocky, I don't really like cocky players to begin with, right? I think that if you're gonna play humble, and don't be too. I hate when they put too much on a player, and he believes his own shit. And so I don't know. I've never really liked Scump. Maybe it's because I don't know the guy personally, so but the way I've seen him play, and I don't know. I don't like Scump, right? So and with the team that they had now, I felt like they were like a little too cocky for their own good, right? So as much as I've been an Optic Gaming fan, whenever I've seen them play, I've kind of rooted for them to lose because I want to see them get knocked off their high horse, right? Everybody calls these people like one of some of like these great players, and they looks like they believe their own shit, right? And I don't know, that irks me. Anyway, so come to find out, recently, out of the blue, for at least for me, that Optic Gaming could be no more. That was crazy to me because Optic Gaming. I mean, I came to know Optic during the time that it was trick shotting, right? Modern Warfare 2 trick shotting was the big thing. So a lot of the intervention, the Barrett trick shotting. That was when I got to know Optic Gaming. That's what I knew them as. And then um, esports came around, and Optic got a pretty good team. Nadeshot, Scump, and a few others. It's pretty much the only few that I really remember. And I became a fan, right? And then you got the old rivalry with FaZe Clan and all this other stuff, and so that's my experience with Optic Gaming. Did not know later on in life that Optic Gaming might be in danger of being no more. Right? That was it's crazy. You think of Call of Duty, especially competitive Call of Duty, you think of Optic Gaming. You think of um, just being a dominant organization out there. You think of Optic Gaming. Every time Optic Gaming went into uh, a different gaming community, I mean, they were you look at it, you see, okay, this is Optic Gaming. They're pretty big, and now could be something different, which is crazy. And so I thought that was pretty interesting to find out about. Stuff that happens when you don't think would happen when it first, when something first starts out, and then you're here, and something as crazy as seeing Optic might be getting, their last send off. Pretty interesting stuff. So I thought that that'd be something cool to touch upon because I mean I've known Optic. I've known about Optic for a long time. I mean, I still remember the montages. I mean, back in the day when montages were a big thing. I mean, you get all your sniping team together, and you have these a whole bunch of montages about people are showing off people's 360 no scopes, and there's Optic Gaming, Optic Predator, going at it, and Optic Midnight. all this other stuff, and now these guys are could be the last of them. And then, it sucks. But hey, times change, do they not? Speaking of which, I think that was a pretty good, pretty good change in pace. With this being wholly unplanned because of technical difficulties with my gaming software or my upload software. But I don't think I did too bad. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap it up now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the gameplay. I got some more content coming up, I promise. And if you guys like the video, I'd ask you to comment, subscribe, hit that bell when you do, and look forward to more content like my Real Talk series that's coming up. Something that I'd like to keep going and really turn into something different for people out there, and hope you guys enjoy it as much as I believe I will have. So what was it 24 and 7? Look at that. Alright guys, well, that's it, that's all. Like I said, hope you guys enjoy, and I will be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.